All right, here we go. So, and I'm going to talk relatively loudly so it can be heard. So we are finding our average or our mean for our data set for our math races. And what we're going to do is we're going to use division. So our dividend, I'm writing kind of big, is 104. And our divisor is 8. Because what we're going to work on this week is dividing by single-digit divisors. Single-digit divisors. With and without remainders. But we're not going to go into the decimal world. We're just going to work with remainder of what? Not even the fraction world. So if you have a remainder, I'll show you how we're going to write it. We may not. We're actually not going to have a remainder on this one. I know it's going to work out because I can do it in my head. But the steps we follow with long division. Now we could do repeated subtraction with this. We could do 104 minus 8 minus 8 minus 8 until we got down to 0 or as close to 0 as we could. That might take a little while. It wouldn't take forever, but it could take a little while. We could draw a picture, 104 dots. Put them into groups of 8 and then count the groups and see how many left over. That would take a while. But we've done long division all year long. We've done it, and more complicated than what I'm about to do right now. But what's the first step we do in long division? If you think about the division dance, the steps, what's the first one?
How many times
No,
is
just use the
divide.
Divide, that's the first step. Let's see if I can write it over here so I can see it on the camera. So we divide. Then we multiply. Then we subtract. Then we
Bring down.
and then we
Restart.
divide, multiply, subtract, bring down.
Restart.
Say it with me. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down.
Restart.
One more time, please. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down.
Restart.
Okay, so we divide first. And what we do is we work our way through the dividend with our divisor. So we say, okay, does 8 go into 1? No, it doesn't. Does 8 go into 10? Yes, it does. That's still the division part. How many times, Jackson, does 8 go into 10?
8 goes into 10 once.
Once. Now, where do I put that 1, Abby?
Over
Over the 0. I put it up there over the 0 because it's going into 10. So we've done our dividing. Then what's our next step?
8.
Well, we multiply. What do we multiply?
8 times 1.
8 times 1. You always multiply your divisor, this number outside his house, the divisor times the new number in your quotient. So 1 is the newest number in my quotient, so I'm going to do 8 times 1. What's 8 times 1, Mary Chandler?
8 times 1 equals 8.
Very good. Where do I put it, Mary?
You put the 8 underneath the 10.
I put the 8 underneath the 10. Okay? So now I've multiplied. What's my next step, Kate?
You subtract.
I subtract. And what am I going to subtract, Kate?
You're going to subtract 0 minus 8.
Well, no, you can't do 0 minus 8.
10 minus 8.
10 minus 8. Very good. So I'm going to do 10 minus 8. What's 10 minus 8, Owen?
10 minus 8
Equals 2. So now I've done my subtracting. What's the next step?
You bring down.
I bring down the 4. Very good. How many times? Oh, sorry. We bring down. Then everybody, we
Restart.
So we start all over. This is my new dividend. So I start over my steps with the new dividend. So I say, okay, how many times does 8 go into 24, Joshua? 3 times. Where do I put that 3, Audrey?
You put the 3 and
Over the 4. Very good. I put the 3 up top. Okay? So I've divided again. Then I multiply. Remember, I multiply my divisor times the newest number in my quotient. Sam, what's the newest number in my quotient? 3. So what do I multiply?
8 times 3.
8 times 3. 8 times 3, Kobe.
8 times 3 equals 24.
8 times 3 equals 24. Where do I put the 24?
You put the 24 under the 24.
24 under the 24. So I've multiplied. Now what do I do, everybody?
Subtract.
Subtract. 24 minus 24 equals 0. Do I have anything left to bring down? No. So I'm done. Do I have a remainder? No. Thank goodness. I don't have a remainder. Makes it really, that's easy. So my answer, or my quotient, is 13. Okay, 13. Now, there's a really cool way that you can check your work. We'll work on more. I'm going to show it to you right now. But we'll talk more about it tomorrow. So you take your quotient, and I'm going to write a little formula for you. Quotient times divisor, which is not going to help you, so I'll write that. Divisor should equal your dividend. Now, if you have a remainder, you do quotient times divisor plus remainder equals your dividend. Okay? So if you want to check your work, you take your quotient, you multiply it times your divisor, and if you have a remainder, you add it to your remainder. If you don't, obviously we don't have a remainder. So if we did 13 times 8, 8 times 3, anybody?
8 times
3 is 24.
Carry the 2, 8 times 10. See, it matches up. So we got the right answer. The right quotient is there. Okay? All right. So let's see if we wanted to find, we've already done that. Let's say that tomorrow we had 100. Your total for your data set today was 104. Let's say tomorrow that the girls get 7 and the boys get 5. So that's 12 more. Okay? So that'll take us to 116 for our total. So that's our new dividend. Our divisor is now 10. Okay? The divisor is now 10. But I don't want to do 10, so I'm just going to say 9 just for fun. I don't want to do 10, I want to do 9. Because I want to stick to single-digit divisors for right now. Single-digit divisors. But I follow the same steps. I divide. I multiply. I subtract. I bring down. I restart. Does 9 go into 1?
No.
No. Does 9 go into 11?
Yes.
How many times? Once. So I put it up top. So I've divided. Then I multiply. 9 times 1. 9 times 1 equals?
9.
9. I put it underneath. Then I subtract. And see, if you put it in the right spots, it's already set up for you. Should make sense where you subtract. 11 minus 9.
11 minus 9 is 2.
So I've subtracted. Then I bring down the 6. Then I
Restart.
This is my new dividend. 9 goes into 26 how many times? Almost 3. But that, you can't put 3. It's almost 3. So you've got to put 2, right? So then we divide it again. So then we multiply our newest number in our quotient times our divisor. 9 times 2.
9 times 2 equals
18. I put that underneath. I subtract. Sorry, multiply. Then I'm going to subtract. 26 minus 18. How about 8?
Oh, 8, yeah.
So we take that 1 away. 6 equals 8. Do I have anything left to bring down? No. So my remainder, and I'm going to erase this, and I'm just going to write R for remainder is 8. So the answer to 116 divided by 9 would be 12 with a remainder of 8. Now, yes, we could write that as a fraction, and yes, we could continue on a decimal. But we're just going to focus on doing this right now. So I've taught you the really difficult way to do it. I'm kind of to grade you on it. I'm bringing it down a little bit to a little easier level. So we don't have to put. So we have this is our quotient. This is our remainder. So if I wanted to check that, I would do 9 times 12, because that's quotient times divisor, plus 8, and what should it equal?
116.
116. If I did everything correctly, so 12 times 9. That's a basic fact. Anyone know that one?
12 times
Equals
108.
108. And I do 108 plus 8 equals 116. That matches up, so I did it correctly.
Oh,
Right? Yes.
When you said put on your formula when you said plus remainder, I thought it meant plus 0.8 or
Oh, no. Plus whatever the whole number remainder is. Okay? Because if you think about it, if I had 116 pizzas and 9 people, everyone would get 12 whole pizzas, and then there'd be 8 pizzas left over. Okay, so you think about it that way. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do a few examples on your smart board, on your dry erase boards and we will do that. So I'm just going to give you, let's start off kind of easy. 75 divided by 4. 75 divided by 4.